back. So, week 14 of the NFL has come and gone, and now we're starting to get a clearer picture of who's in the playoffs, who's not, at least if you're in the AFC, and the NFC is still a mess. We saw another freaking miracle from the stupid Chiefs, and let's just say, I have a lot to complain about. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Eric, how do they keep getting away with it? How is this possible?
I actually have a little poem.
Oh no. Eric started to read. This is how bad that was.
I have a little poem for the Chiefs.
Oh, okay. All right. Go. You know, I'll give you center stage. There you go. It's
okay, thank you.
I'll give you the full screen. Just give me 1 sec here. There you go. It's all you. Hit us.
All right. This poem is called Hate.
I love it already.
Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate the Kansas City Chiefs since I first donned the powder blue. There are 1,200 miles of coastline in California, and if the word hate was painted on every grain of sand, it would not equal one billionth of the hate that I feel for Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the endless ref interference. For you, hate. Hate every lucky play that goes their way. Hate Tony Romo sucking them off every 5 seconds. Hate every red jersey in SoFi Stadium. Hate.
Damn. Tell me how you really feel. God. That was good.
I didn't actually write it.
Listen,
I stole it from
I know
I
you
have
didn't.
no mouth and I'm a scream.
Every grain of sand. Damn. Let's see. LG boy, fuck the Chiefs. Amen, brother. Chuck Dominguez, sorry, Dario. Appreciate it. Eric can read. I know. I'm surprised too. But
you can't write. I did it with ChatGPT.
Listen, we will get into that game. And I do have complaints. Originally, I wasn't going to complain about the refs, believe it or not. But let's just say things change. So let's get into it. Let's start with, let's do this little big screen here. Let's begin with Thursday Night Football, which was actually a pretty good game between the Packers and the Lions. And holy crap, speaking about the refs, have you seen all the Green Bay Packers crying that the refs betrayed them? That
Who fucking who?
Listen, the biggest complaint that I've seen on the internet, it's been bizarre that, oh no, Goff's knee hit the floor on the final play, so it should have counted as, you know, it's taking a knee, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, he fell. Like, the rules, it's kind of specific about that. It's not like he did it voluntarily. So it's been funny, it's been interesting, but overall, I was shocked at how well the Lions defense played. Like, shocked. In the first half particularly, they were controlling the Packers. And in the end, Goff had a great game. He had 32 of 41, 283 TDs, 3 TDs. They couldn't stop him. And so I thought, honestly, that this was going to be a slugfest. Both ways. Like, the Lions had 14 offensive guys in IR, I think, or at least, you know, injured. It's crazy. Some dudes hadn't even played, hadn't even practiced all week. It's nuts. But freaking MCDC has, you know, built a culture of winning there, which is nuts because they're the Lions. And it's working. Whatever it is they're doing over there in Detroit, it's working. It was honestly an impressive win, and now they have had 10 days of rest. So things are looking good in Detroit. On the other side of the field, the Packers, they also didn't look terrible. I mean, they had Josh Jacobs score 3 TDs. And by the way, in my fantasy football, I had Josh Jacobs and I had Jared Goff starting. 3 TDs both. So I thought, I'm going to win this easy. Turns out, nah, I actually lost this week. But it's because the other guy scored a crazier amount of points. He had freaking Josh Allen. It's cheating. It's not fair. But yeah, I lost. I scored like 140 something, like 142. He scored 144. It was bullshit. By the way, I don't remember who asked, but sorry for telling you to start Derek Carr. I am so sorry. that was a my bad. I thought things would play out different. Anyway, fun game.
Clearly, you didn't know anything about fantasy this week.
Oh, clearly I did. I mean, I did score 140 points. I mean, I am I am the points leader of our league, and I had my best player on the bench, who is freaking Lamar Jackson. So, yeah.
Hey, I scored more than you.
Go fuck yourself. Anyway, next we have the.
Well, I did have Jamar Chase.
Dude, the Jaguars beating the Titans. Honestly, there's Mac Jones beat the Titans. Like, I don't know what the Titans are, but I do know that the Jaguars do not know how to tank, so they're fucking morons. I don't understand what they're doing.
There really is nothing better than petty division rivalry.
I guess, but this was just stupid. That was just bad football, IQ. And the only thing that matters from this game, besides, seeding and all that stuff for who's going to be the first overall draft pick and yada, 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 is that the Titans are officially eliminated from the playoffs this year. So sayonara, dudes. Will Levis play a little bit better? He wasn't the turnover idiot that he was at the start of the season, so maybe there's hope for you yet, but still, sayonara. Next, the Dolphins surviving the New Jersey Jets. This game was wild. Overtime win by the Dolphins, 26-32. Dude, I have no idea what I watched. Like,
man, they won in December.
I guess, yeah, sure. I mean, Tua looked okay, 33 out of 47, 331 yards, 2 TDs. The Jets, they kind of started getting going a little bit. Aaron Rodgers, 27 out of 39, 339 yards, 1 TD. Freaking Devontae Adams scored a touchdown, 109 yards. So it looked like they were getting, like their groove back together. Unfortunately, too little, too late. They're officially eliminated from playoff contention this season.
They were so close.
Next, probably the funniest game of the weekend, to be honest. The Falcons getting shellacked by the Vikings, 21-42. Dude, their
ex-girlfriend game.
Kirk Cousins went back to Minnesota, has not scored a touchdown in 4 freaking games. He looked terrible. I mean, he had a lot of yards, but Jesus Christ, he also had 2 picks. If you're a Minnesota fan, you're like, thank God we let him go. Thank God, because Sam Darnold is playing elite. 22 out of 28, 47 yards, 5 TDs. It was crazy. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk on this one because he has 5 TDs, but the Falcons, their secondary was high. Like, there's no other explanation for this game. It's one of the Justin Jefferson touchdowns where the secondary, I believe it's the safety, has no idea where he's going. Like, he just starts, he gets beat by Jefferson, so he tries to chase him, but he runs in the wrong direction. Dude was totally lost. Justin Jefferson just, hops in. It's wild. Like, that's probably the funniest TD I've seen in a while. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Dude, I could play safety better than that guy. Because all I'd have to do is actually know where the ball is, and I'd be a better safety. Jesus.
Didn't you play safety?
No, I was a Willie linebacker. That's a weak side linebacker, in case you were wondering. Right. And I was good. I was really good against the run. Anyway.
I was hoping you were going after people's willies.
No, I was not. And my big mistake of the weekend, Jordan Addison, 8 receptions, 133 yards, 3 TDs in my bench. Man had freaking 39 points, and I left. Again, it doesn't matter. I was already 2 games up from second place. I was going to be first place, whatever. But still, I hate going into the bye with a loss. Justin Jefferson, 132 yards and 2 TDs. This might be the best wide receiving duo in the NFL. Like, I'd say it's all right. You got Chase and Higgins, Jefferson and Addison. Who else? Nakua and Kupp, but I don't think Kupp is on the level with Jefferson. So I think this is the best wide receiving duo in the NFL right now.
I can't think of anybody better.
Nope. Next,
I think there's an argument to be made when Godwin's healthy for.
I said
Godwin.
that right now, like right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right now?
Yeah, right now,
As of this month.
Chuck Dominguez Vikings had the best celebration touchdown. The best this weekend for sure, but I don't know if the best overall. Like, I really like the Amon-Ra St. Brown where he just, stands on his head. That's just funny. I didn't see it coming. So for the season, that right now is my favorite. But anyway, let's continue. You have the Saints beating the New York Giants. The only thing that matters from this game, really, is that Derek Carr got injured and actually has a fracture, maybe 2 fractures on his non-throwing hand. So he's probably done for the season. Who knows what the hell the Saints are going to do the rest of the way, because they lost Taysom Hill. Now they lost Derek Carr. Dudes, you guys should have been tanking it this entire time. But all right, I guess the AFC South, the NFC South is still open, but we'll see. Best of luck to you. Go with haste. Next, you have the Philadelphia Eagles surviving the Carolina Panthers. Yeesh. This was very, very tight. Jalen Hurts had what could be a pedestrian game, as pedestrian as a 3-touchdown game can be for a quarterback. But it was mostly, but their passing game is suffering. Freaking AJ Brown is complaining. So we'll see what happens there. Philadelphia is bizarre because it's probably one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, but they're dysfunctional in a very bizarre way. Like, the head coach is dysfunctional. Like, that dude is
Philadelphia are filled with terrible people.
Fair. You know what? Fair enough. But they got Saquon and he's rolling. On the other side of the field, though, Bryce Young not looking too bad. 191 yards, 1 TD, 220 total yards. Okay, he did throw a pick, so whatever. Chuba Hubbard, 92 yards, 1 TD, 107 total yards. So they're starting to do okay things in Carolina. And also, what the fuck was up with their schedule, going back to back Chiefs and then the Eagles? Who hates them? Who hates them that bad? But all right, sucks to be them, I guess. Next, I'm sure that I have the.
We should have been torturing the Titans with that schedule.
Right? The freaking don't get me started with the Titans. They're fucking morons. They're stupid. They're the worst. All right, next, the Browns visiting the Steelers, losing 14-27. The Steelers kind of get their revenge after they they dropped the Thursday night snowball against the Browns. By the way, G-Boy, Chase and Higgins are good too. Yeah, like I said, it's between those right now. Russell Wilson still cooking. 15 out of 26, 158 yards, 2 TDs. All you needed to win. Defense did the rest. And the only thing that matters from this game is that the Browns are officially eliminated from playoff contention. It sucks. I was hoping Jameis would do a little bit better. I was hoping they would be able to help out the Chargers, but whatever. It happens. Next, Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Las Vegas Raiders 28-13. A team that knows how to tank properly. The Raiders quarterback got injured in this one. It's AOC.
That's not how you tank.
Well, I know. It looks like it might have been a contusion, so he might be back. So supposedly he should play the next game. Doesn't really matter. On the other side of the field, the freaking Tampa Bay Bucks got a running game. Rashad White, I believe is his name. 17 runs for 90 yards, 1 TD, and a receiving TD. The only thing that matters from the Raiders in this game, to be honest, is that freaking Brock Bowers has broken the record for most receptions by a rookie tight end in a season. We're in week 14. That boy is crazy good. Crazy good. The Raiders
doesn't even have a great quarterback.
The Raiders don't deserve this man. Holy shit. Anyway, next, let's continue. The Seattle Seahawks just, slacking the Arizona Cardinals. You remember when the Cardinals were, the top of their division? Weird, right?
I mean, well, it is about that time where they start fucking sucking.
Yeah. The Seahawks, their defense showed up. They have a running game now. I forget this Chandelier or something. I forget his name. But he had 22 runs, 132 yards, 2 TDs for 193 total yards. So this boy good, right? They helped them keep control of the game. On the other side of the
At this
field,
point, can we pretty safely say they're the best in their division?
I don't know. I have no idea who's the best in the West, right? Because the Rams took down the Bills.
Crap game?
We'll get to it. I believe it's the next one. Anyway, Kyler Murray, 25 out of 38, 259 yards, 2 TDs, 2 INTs as well. So not good enough to win, Kyler. Also, he lost his shoe, which was really funny. He lost the helmet now in a game. Now he lost the shoe. Chuck Dominguez says, fuck shit. Wilson. Yes. Fuck Wilson. Continuing, probably the best game of the weekend, the highest scoring game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. The Los Angeles Rams upset the mighty red hot Buffalo Bills 42-44. I don't know what the hell happened to the Buffalo Bills defense, but holy fuck, this was wild. Freaking Puka Nacua was unstoppable, man. Unstoppable. 12 receptions, 162 yards, 1 TD. He also had a rushing touchdown. This kid is good. I mean, capital G, capital O, capital D. The only problem is that he was overshadowed by an even bigger badass that game. Josh Allen, 22 out of 37, 342 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 3 on the air.
That poor man's back.
Dude, I chose this picture specifically because it's Josh Allen against the entire Rams team. Holy crap. What more can he do? What more does he have to do?
At the moment for MVP?
I don't know if easy, but definitely in the conversation.
Saquon is an argument.
Lamar also is in the conversation, but I think Saquon is probably
put Henry over Lamar.
Maybe. I don't know, but Saquon I think is probably the biggest competition right there. But holy shit. Honestly, I don't know what the Rams are.
Who is more valuable to their team?
Oh, definitely Josh Allen.
Josh Allen for the Bills or Lamar for the Ravens?
Oh, it's Josh Allen for sure. By far. Like, again, this is what's infuriating. Sean McDermott is an okay head coach, not a winner though. And you could tell the difference between the Sean McVays of the world and the Sean McDermotts of the world. And at the end, even Tom Brady was freaking criticizing him for, why are you running it here? You should be throwing the ball 3 times so you can preserve your timeout and you don't have to do an onside kick so that you can do a kickoff. And it's one of those things like, yeah, that's situational football. You're thinking like an offensive guy, not like a defensive guy who's kind of an idiot. So he can build a team, clearly. It's just situationally kind of an idiot. And he was just not prepared for Sean McVay. I don't know how. I mean, trap game, maybe, but I mean, the Rams have been playing good teams tough all year. So
did the Rams come off a bye?
I don't believe so. No. Let me see this real quick.
Played last week.
They beat the Rams. They beat the Saints.
So pretty much they came off a bye.
Yeah. So right now, I don't know. I don't know who's the best team in the NFC West, because this is quite an accomplishment for the Rams. Quite an accomplishment. Beating down, again, the red hot Buffalo Bills. So next week
the Rams are always going to be that one team that always surprises you just because McVay is such a good coach.
Yeah, you can't slow down. You can't, think it's going to be an easy game. You can't. You have to take it as seriously as possible because the Rams can hurt you and they're healthy. So next we have another team in the West, the freaking 49ers, just embarrassing the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears, there was a point at halftime where they only had 4 yards of total offense. Holy shit, that's bad. That's historically bad. That's disgustingly bad. Where's the losing the head coach bump, right? Where's the I have fired my head coach bump? What the hell happened there? I don't know. Or are the 49ers good?
Eberflus was the thing holding it together.
Maybe. I don't know. But the 49ers on their third string running back, 15 runs for 78 yards, 2 TDs for a total of 128 yards. Igorendo, I forget his name, honestly. And it doesn't matter because the dude got injured in the game. So who knows if he's going to even play next week, which sucks because the kid played good. So Next, we get to Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs doinking out a victory from the Los Angeles Chargers. And who?
In all defense, it was kind of a chip shot, but
listen, you know what the odds are for when the ball hits the uprights that it's going to go in?
I don't know. Are you part of the Chicago Bears?
Let's just say that the odds of it going out are greater than the odds of it going in. And that's...
Well, yeah, because it can bounce back.
It could bounce back, and it could bounce to the other side. So it could bounce to way more directions that you don't want it to bounce. The odds of it going out are greater than them going in.
Yeah, because it's not going to hit one of the sides, and then the other side is going to bounce it out, and then the other side's going to bounce off it.
Also,
so really, you can only hit one side.
The football is not round. It's oddly shaped. It's the odds of it going in are crazy in the direction of it going in. But this is the motherfucking Chiefs, and they're the luckiest fucking team in the NFL by a mile. And so, of course, the ball had to go in because things always fall their way. They always fucking fall their way. And I'm a little annoyed because, you know, the big topic of this week, you know, by the talking heads in the NFL
is Cowboys being hilariously terrible.
Are the Chiefs good or are they lucky, blah, blah. And everybody's like saying, no, this isn't luck, blah, blah. And to me, they don't understand luck. Or maybe they don't understand what I mean when I say luck. So being lucky is, again, in 50-50 situations, things falling your way. Being really lucky is being in 30-70 situations and things falling your way. Being extra lucky is when you're up against a division rival at home, you had extra days of rest, and their two greatest offensive weapons are not available for the game. That's being that's lucky. The stuff on the field, it's a little bit different, again, unless it's a 50-50 or 30-70. That's what I mean when I say lucky. They're the luckiest fucking team in the league. And now, luck does not equal success. You have to be lucky. If you're lucky and you're prepared, that equals success. And the Chiefs are a very well-prepared team. They're very well coached. They have an elite QB. They have an elite tight end. They have a great defense. I mean, not so much lately. So add luck on top of that, and it's not even fair. Now, add just a little bit of help, and it's the most infuriating thing in the world. Now, I like I said, I did not plan on complaining about the refs in this game. I mean, I had a meme ready. Because you've seen the meme of, you know, of the ref dressed in the Chiefs colors, like the most valuable player. It's this one right here. Chiefs most valuable player. All right. That was our ref for this game. That was the head ref for the game against the Chargers. I have his name, Vic Valina or something. I forget it. But that was that's just our luck, right? And I was planning on not complaining because, you know, it's a football game. There's a lot of plays that were
1 yard at a time, you know, one play.
There's things that fell our way. There's things that fell the other way. Like there's like a hold, what looked like a hold on DeAndre Hopkins. There was stuff. So I was like, okay, it seems fairer than usual. But then I just heard something and I had to complain. And there's stuff that's debatable. Like I'll show you a play right here because I have one, and I'll show you why this one is debatable. So, okay. So this is something that a lot of people are complaining about as a hold. Let me mute this. So you're going to see these two players come in and they're going to be held right there. Right? You see that? Okay.
Yeah.
So
seems like a hold.
All right. So there's a rule for holding. If a defensive player does a rip move, it's not a hold. So what a rip move is basically like the arm thing to get. So if the rule is, if a player does the rip move, and by doing the rip move, you move the offensive player's hand to a place where it would be considered a hold, then it's not a hold. Because you're the one who's forcing his arm to the location where it would be a hold. Does that make sense?
Just like if you're like, say you're grabbing my neck and I move it over to my tits. That's me moving you towards sexual harassment.
Sure,
So
but
it's
that
not
that
a
would
sexual
be a
harassment penalty.
that would be a swim move because the arm is going up, down. So swim is up and down, rip is down up. Anyway,
This makes sense to me.
like I can understand because both Charger players do a rip move here. Like look at Thule, and he does the rip move right there, right? Here's the thing that bugs me. The rip move starts way after the hold. So the hold starts right there.
Like he's being held at that point, and then he's
And
like,
so he does the
"Hey,
rip
motherfucker,
move.
Get off me.
He does the rip move all the way here, and then he loses his footing. Now, the rule says that if the hold lasts and the defensive player loses his footing, then it is a flag. So it's one of those things that I'm like, all right, listen, I could understand and let this go because maybe to the refs is if they do a rip move, it's automatically not a hold ever. Like I could understand that. I could maybe let it go. And it still doesn't explain how Dayon fucking Henley, our leading tackler in the team, did not bring Patrick Mahomes down in this play. Like this is the final third down of the game. Dayon Henley missed the tackle. It was nuts. Our best fucking tackler did not bring Patrick Mahomes down. So it doesn't explain it. Sure. How was he so open? Well, there's two potential holds there. I was gonna let it go. Now, the one on this player is different because if you look at it, to me, it looks like he's being pulled down. Like if you look at the play, I'll just play it. So look, he's being dragged down by the neck, basically. So, whatever. I can let
A
it.
bit of horse collar action there. I don't know.
Yeah. So I can kind of let it go. But there was one thing that I saw and heard in the middle of the game that really pissed me off. And that was Chris Collinsworth praising the Chiefs for false starting. And I don't know if you heard this. Let me just, I'll add this here. So Chris Collinsworth, we got audio. Listen, let me know if you can hear this.
Watch him again. Same play.
No.
I mean, he's definitely moving before the snap, so.
Another grab for DeAndre Hopkins. That's his third. Watch him again. Same play.
I mean, he's definitely moving before the snap, so. But good for him. If he can get away with it, it gives him an extra step and that little lean back.
Good for him. This fucker false started almost every single play, and Chris Collinsworth being like, hey, good for him because the refs don't call it on him. So that pissed me off. And then, again, I was still going to let it go because I'm tired of complaining about the refs. And I hate complaining about the refs.
Honestly, commentators piss me off more than refs at this point with the Chiefs.
Probably. But anyway, the thing that really grinded my gears is this clip from Derwin James. He was mic'd up in the game. So listen to Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce's going to push off of Derwin James. And look, just listen to the exchange.
Hey! He pushed. Hell yeah, I did. Hey!
Hell yeah, I did. So Derwin James is looking around. He's saying Derwin James says he pushed off me, and which you're not supposed to do, by the way, if you're an offensive player, and after you're a few yards back. And so Derwin James is looking around for a ref, and he's like, he pushed, and Travis Kelce says, hell yeah, I did.
He pushed. Hell yeah, I did. Hey! Come on, ref. Yeah.
Oh, you know my routes. So that's what Travis Kelce says. Hell yeah, I did. You know my routes. And that, I was like, fuck, these guys, they know. They know they're getting away with it.
Well, yeah, they're following the script.
I don't even, what can you fucking even do? What can I even say? Like, what? How is this? How is this fucking allowed? How? Like, there's more than enough evidence that they do it. It's one of those things that's like, dude, I don't mind the Chiefs winning if they actually win. I hate that. Again, they're already lucky. They're already talented. They have elite head coach, tight end, quarterback, pass rusher. They don't need help from the refs as well. Like it's
Or the Tennessee Titans.
or the Buffalo Bills. It's so and then they just don't give a fuck. Like you got the commentators praising them for doing it, for cheating basically. And then Travis Kelce's like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do it." He's not worried about consequences. Fuck consequences. No, they're the Chiefs. It's just, let's say, frustrating. And it was a super close game, man. Like, look at these stats. It's crazy. Total yards, Chargers 288, Chiefs 298. Passing yards 194 to 202. Rushing yards 94 to 96. It was first downs, 20 first downs each team. It was a crazy close game.
Listen, I can guarantee you that the Chargers may be like easily in the top 5 of the opponents that the Chiefs hate playing against the most. Simply because the games are always just razor fucking thin.
Sure.
We go the Chiefs way, because God hates us.
Sure. Fair.
But always played fucking hard. I think didn't they have the same fucking score from the first game?
No, the first game they
like,
won like 10-17. But anyway, I got that off my chest. So without Lat McConkey, I thought they were dead in the water. And I thought that, what we saw in the first half was about what I expected. Then the second half came in and holy shit, I was impressed. So as far as losses go, you saw a lot of progress. Now it's one of those things like who's going to step up? Stone Smart stepped up. Quentin Johnston stepped up a little bit. Him getting hit like really bad early in the game, I think was a good thing. Like it lit something up in him. And so he ended up having a good game. Justin Herbert, they try to hurt my boy, but fortunately he's tough. He's as tough son of a gun. So
He's a tough cookie.
He's really tough, bro. And so it's one of those things like, okay, I see the potential for them to beat the Chiefs. If they meet in the playoffs, I'm not afraid. Like if they have Lat McConkey and J.K. Dobbins, either or, I'm pretty sure they can win. So it's a beatable team. I look forward to their next encounter, and hopefully, this lights a fire under their ass. The one thing, it was weird. This was a really weird special teams game. Like they didn't go for field goals when I thought they were in range. Then Darius Davis muffed I believe it was a punt, and which ended up costing them a few yards. Fortunately, he recovered. Then Dicker the kicker muffed the kickoff. It was weird, like special teams particularly. So hopefully they get that cleaned up. Cam Hart looked good though, dude. You see, he knocked the ball out of freaking DeAndre Hopkins' hands. Extra 5XL hands, knocked it out of there. That boy good. So disappointing, but in overall, I think the team's heading in the right direction. Still, how do you feel?
So I'm actually, I was looking at the win streaks for each team right now.
Sure.
Because I want to see the standings. First off, who do you think has the longest winning streak active?
Lions?
It is the Lions at 11, yes.
All right.
Who do you think has the longest losing streak?
Losing streak. Raiders.
The Las Vegas Raiders had 9 losses.
Hell yeah.
What a beautiful tank.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At least they're doing something right.
Fuck the Chiefs. I don't like them. I actually think they're very annoying.
Listen.
I know this is coming from out of left field, but I don't feel too positively about them.
Jake Dominguez, I will admit I was kind of happy that the Chiefs won. Now Chargers, Ravens, and Broncos are in a 3-way tie. It's gonna be interesting there. It's gonna be interesting. Chargers 8-5, Ravens 8-5, my Broncos 8-5. So if a midget, Dominguez asked a question. So if a midget says to you, "Your hair smells good," is that sexual harassment?
I'm gonna see that question here.
It's right here. Chuck Dominguez on YouTube. Anyway, I'm gonna say, nah, No, it's not. Anyway, let's continue with the Monday Night
Is it a
Football
cute
game.
midget?
Honestly, two teams that don't matter. Bengals beat the Cowboys in hilarious fashion. I learned something in this game. I didn't know
That
that...
the Simpsons predicted it.
Besides that, I didn't know that if you were punting and the punt gets blocked, and then a player from the receiving team touches it again, but you recover it, you keep the ball. That was news to
Well, it
me.
makes sense because once they touch it, it's kind of like, well, it's the same thing as if you would receive the ball and then you muffed it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they touched it when they blocked it.
Right. I think it's the thing that, well, every time that there's a block,
Well-
usually it's the defense that receives it, right?
Yeah, well, the point is, I didn't know that was a thing. Now I know. Thank you, Cowboys. Thank you very much. Also, whew, that sucked. Anyway, let's go to the playoff picture. That's the only thing that mattered about that game. Whatever. Is there anything you want to
Jerry.
say about that game? Is there anything you want to say?
Oh, Jerry.
Jerry. Now we have 4 teams officially who've clinched the playoff spot. We got the Chiefs, the Bills, the Lions, and the Eagles. I don't think this is how the standings will stay at the end of it, but we'll see. The Chiefs right now have a commanding lead on the Bills. However, the Bills have a tiebreaker. The Eagles are right there behind the Lions, and the Vikings are right there with the Eagles. The NFC is going to be very, very interesting. So, who's still in the hunt? We have the 3 seed, the Steelers at 10-3, Texans 8-5, and as the wild cards, Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos all at 8-5. On the bubble, you got the Colts at 6-7, Dolphins 6-7, and Bengals in 5-8. I mean, the best shot right here for anybody is the Colts. And the reason why I say that is because the Colts play the Broncos this week. So if the Colts can beat the Broncos, not only do they get one game closer, they will have a tiebreaker on the Broncos. So I think they actually have the best shot. Also, if I remember, their calendar was slightly more favorable because, let me see, the Dolphins go up against... There was one game that I was like, oh yeah, that's bad for the Dolphins. Let me check. No, I don't know. No, so the Dolphins have the Jets. In reverse order, they have the Jets, the Browns, the 49ers, who knows what they are, and they go up against the Texans this week. So that one might be the... Oh, if the Dolphins beat the Texans, the Colts actually have a shot of taking the AFC South. So, yeah, could be interesting. As far as the other teams go, I think it's going to come down whoever wins between the Chargers and the Broncos. Honestly. What do you think?
I'm looking at the eliminated section, and the only NFC team to be eliminated is
The Giants. Yep. Let's check out the NFC.
Uh,
So if you have to make a prediction, how do you think this is going to end up? I think it's Steelers,
Looking like-
Texans. I think honestly it's going to stay the way it is. I don't see the
Most
Colts.
likely, yeah.
I don't see the Colts beating the Broncos this week.
Let me think. Yeah, the percentages are pretty much. I think the AFC stays like that. In terms of the NFC, I don't know, man.
All
I
right.
think the Rams might sneak in.
NFC, we have the Seahawks with 8-5, Buccaneers 7-6. Buccaneers knocking off the Falcons. The Falcons, who are supposed to win the Super Bowl this year. Otherwise, they're a bunch of retards. And by the way, let me just take a second to talk about the Falcons here a little bit. Because, again, I'm hearing the talking heads being like, dude, now, the Michael Penix pick looks pretty good now, huh? Is not stupid now, huh? Dude, if they start Michael Penix, you have a $50 million backup. A $50 million backup. So instead of getting free agents and, players who could help you rebuild and, getting experience for your first round draft pick, you get nothing. You got an aging player on the bench. This was the worst case scenario. And by the way, Penix might suck. So you might end up with diddly squat, ruining the present and ruining the future. You think You know, getting a first-round safety would have helped you against Justin Jefferson. You think getting a little pass rush would have helped you? No. Fuck helping the team this year and screwing it over for the future as well. You're the biggest fucking morons in the NFL. You screwed yourself any way you look at it. Now, if you would have won the Super Bowl, I would have had to eat shit because I would have had to eat those words. However, you're not even in the playoffs right now. It's week 14. You're just going down the toilet. So I'm pretty comfortable saying that you're fucking retarded at this point in the freaking season. Anyway, that was a bad call. Any thoughts?
You know,
Besides fuck the
I'm not a
Falcons?
big fan of the Falcons, you know? I'm not a big fan of them.
Love them. Love those
And
guys.
I think this might have been a mistake on their part. You know, I'm starting to think this
You
whole
know?
decision with the
You
Michael
know?
Penix thing
You know?
was not really to their benefit
You
in the
know?
long term.
You know? You could have had Bill fucking Belichick. You could have had Kirk Cousins and a first-round draft pick, the best defensive player in the draft to help you. Or you could have had Michael Penix and a whole lot of money to spend on free agents. But you don't, because you're fucking morons. You ended up with a defensive coordinator who failed as a freaking head coach before, and you ended up in a situation where neither of your QBs are happy, none of the other players are happy, nobody's happy because you're losing. So, stupid is as stupid does, I guess. Anyway.
Feel bad for Kirk Cousins though. I like Kirk Cousins.
Anyway, I'm happy that the Buccaneers are 7-6 and they're in the playoff picture as of right now, because hopefully this makes them lower their guard a little against the Chargers this weekend. I'm hoping, especially because I'm going to be at that game and I'm excited about it. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if the Chargers sweep the NFC South. Vikings, the 5 seed at 11-2. That hurts. Honestly, that's just painful to watch. But all right, Packers 9-4, Commanders 8-5. On the outside looking in, we have the Rams at 7-6, Falcons at 6-7, Cardinals 6-7, 49ers 6-7, and nobody else matters. To be honest, like the Cowboys don't fucking matter. So
That NFC North is fucking scary.
it's yeah.
And then there's the Bears.
Yeah. And so, how do you think? Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to end up looking, because I think the Buccaneers are going to stay. However, I'm not sure if the Seahawks will stay in there or if they'll even be the 3 seed. I think those two might flip. And I like the Rams. I really like the Rams. They've been playing really good teams tough. They beat the hottest team in the AFC. I think the Rams are going to end up taking that division. Let me see when they play, because this game against the 49ers this Thursday is everything. That's going to be must-watch NFC football. Then they're up against the Jets, which should be an easy win. Then against the Cardinals, who who knows what could happen there. And then they close out. Let me see.
With the Seahawks.
Yep. So 3
That might
divisional
be
games.
for the whole damn thing.
Yeah. So for the whole tamale. So 3 divisional games in 4 weeks, and a pit stop in New Jersey. So, it's not they technically control their own destiny, because if they beat the Seahawks, then they'd be tied, right? And then it's who has the best divisional record. The Seahawks might have a better divisional record. I don't know. Let me see.
Because I think they swept the Cards.
Let me see that right now. Okay, so NFC, you got the Rams divisional. God damn it. I hate it. Why don't they tell you the divisional? This is stupid.
Oh, I don't know what this means. Is it the home section?
What?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, let's see if the NFL.com. Okay, so let's go. Conference. Switch it out. Okay. So Rams divisional. Okay, divisional. They are 2-1. Oh, they actually have a good divisional record. And the Seahawks are 3-2. Okay. So yeah, the Rams actually control their own destiny. If they win out, they would end up with a what? 5-1 divisional record. That's better, and they would have the tiebreaker against the Sea. Well, and they would, yeah.
Well, they would be tied because the
Yeah.
Seahawks beat them.
But
right?
but they have the better divisional record, so they would get in.
Yeah.
So if I have to call it right now, I think the Rams will end up getting in. Seahawks might be a wild card, but it depends on the Commanders. The Commanders are doing good, so I think it's gonna be Rams, Bucks, Vikings, Packers, Commanders. What do you think?
Okay, so we got Lions, Eagles for sure.
Yep.
Then I think what was the Seahawks schedule again? Let me see it.
Okay, give me a sec.
Packers, Vikings, Bears, Rams. I think.
Oh yeah, those are two, let's just say, difficult games. The Seahawks have a rough schedule.
Yeah. Speaking of the NFC North.
Yeah, so again, they got the Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Rams. That's a gauntlet, man. That's a gauntlet. Yeah, again, if I have to pick,
If they play like they did this weekend, I'm gonna say the Rams take the division.
yeah, I agree.
In
So
terms of the Bucks, I hope the Bucks lose this week.
sure, definitely. But
And-
let's
And
continue.
I hope that the Falcons lose always. So I'm gonna take with the Bucks on that one.
All right, let's continue. So let's go to the hot seat. Currently, coaches in the hot seat. You got the Giants, Cowboys, Jaguars, Bengals, and Raiders potentially all in the hot seat. Names don't really matter right now. Listen, Antonio Pierce is doing a good job tanking. Doug Peterson is doing a bad job tanking. And the Giants head coach, who I always forget his name, Brian Dable, I think, is doing a good job tanking. Cowboys, not so much. So, honestly, the most interesting one,
They lost.
but they won like 3 in a row. The most interesting one is the Bengals, because that's actually an attractive job. That's an interesting job. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the Bears, the Saints, or the Jets, to be honest. Probably the most functional out of those three is the Saints. And still, you're in quarterback hell. You don't have a starting QB. I'd
Like, do you think anybody has faith in Derek Carr?
not really. No, I'm out of all the jobs. Like, if all these opened up, I'd rather take the Bengals job because you have Joe Burrow. So there's also, there's news that Bill Belichick has been interviewing with the University of North Carolina. So he might go to college. Who knows? So that's one of the big contenders. You got Bravel out there. You still have Pete Carroll, who nobody's talking about for some reason. So there's good head coaches out there. We'll see what ends up happening. There's Ben Johnson, who's a good option. I just know that from what I've heard, the Bears job is not a good job at all. In spite of all the talent that they have there, it's a really talented roster, but there's issues in, let's just say, the chain of command. So basically, they have an owner, a president, and the GM, and apparently the president gets too involved in shit, and nobody likes that. So,
So the Spanos.
no, the Spanos are the owners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a middleman. And apparently this guy, they hired him to build the new stadium. He knows nothing about football, but he gets too involved in things. It's bizarre. So that's throwing a lot of...
I'd rather take the Bears job than the Jets.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Anyway, let's do a quick week 15 predictions. By the way, next week we will not be doing predictions and recap together. No, we're going to split it up. It's been decided. I know that, we couldn't do it yesterday because Eric had a rough one at work. And so it's like, all right, we'll just do it today. And since we're doing it today and we have a little bit of time and we started early, we can do them together. But starting next week, we're aiming for Monday, the recap, and Wednesday, our predictions. Mainly because, well, injuries and stuff really have screwed us over in our picks. And also because we've been going back to bed really late. And so let's split it up. You know, I also feel burned out by the time we get to predictions. So we're just running through them. We're not actually having fun with it. I don't know how you feel about it.
It's a bit tiring after hour 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Check the Mingus. My question is, why no NFL team wants Bill? So that's actually an interesting question.
My theory is that he wants both GM and coaching role.
Maybe.
And that's just way too much to give to one guy. In their opinion.
Maybe it's possible. I've heard rumors about the Atlanta stuff in particular, and the Atlanta stuff is very similar to the Bears situation. You got the owner, you got a president, you got a GM, and let's just say Bill Belichick does not want a middleman between him and his boss. So, in order to preserve his job, the president was like, "Oh no Bill Belichick. No, let's go with this guy, Raheem Morris. We know him. We like him. We like him a lot." And so, because Raheem Morris is not going to be like, "Oh yeah, fire this guy." No. And Bill Belichick would be like, "Yeah, fuck that guy. He's just in the way. He doesn't know any football. Get him the fuck out of here." So, self-preservation. Actually, here's a fun fact. It was reported this week that LA Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh wanted to coach for the Bears because, you know, he was drafted by the Bears. He played for the Bears, and so he wanted to coach for the Bears too. He wanted that job. And guess who was likely the person who was like, "Nah, no way"? The president. You know why? Because
I would like to thank you, Mr. President, for your service.
Thank you. Because he and Mr. Jim Harbaugh actually have a history. Now, this guy, I don't know the exact details, but basically because of this guy, it was possible that a whole division of college football would have gone away. And it was because of Jim Harbaugh and freaking Justin Fields that it stayed. So they lobbied for it, they fought for it, and they managed to keep it. But this guy wanted to get it the fuck out of there. So you think Jim Harbaugh would have been like, "I want that guy for my boss"? Or Jim Harbaugh would have been like, "Fire that fucking asshole who doesn't know shit about football and who wanted to, you know, get rid of a fucking division. Get rid of that guy." So, as always, middle managers ruining everything for everybody. Useless people doing useless things. Anyway, let's make our predictions. Thursday night football.
Bureaucrats.
Well, this is not a bureaucrat, but yeah. The most exciting Thursday night football since last week. The Rams visiting the San Francisco 49ers. Eric.
Can I just say, it's about damn time that Thursday night football was good. Like,
oh yeah,
this is the first season Thursday night football has been good.
Yeah, no, the start of the season was a little bit rough, but holy crap. Chuck Dominguez says, "Sounds good to me. Why not give him that power?" Listen, Bill Belichick was not the greatest GM. The case in point, look at the way that he left the frickin' Patriots. They did not have a good roster. So it's a lot. Honestly, like, think about it. A GM has to watch a lot of college football. A lot. You know, you're scouting everybody. You can't just focus on the NFL. You have to focus on college. You have to focus on a whole lot of things. You have to pay so much attention to so many little things. It's not the best idea in the world. You know, it's better to just focus on the team that you're playing that week, and that's focus on training your players, and you'll be way better for it. You know, get a GM who you like.
He was excellent at.
Yeah. So that's the issue there. Anyway, Rams. Both teams look good this week, but one team beat a good team, the other one didn't. So give me the Rams.
I think I'm gonna have to concur with this one. I'm gonna go with the Rammies. I'm buying stocks on them, and I'm selling my Cardinal stocks.
All right. God picked the way. Next, we have the fucking Chiefs visiting the Browns. Eric, who do you like?
Stinky Chiefs. I'll take the Stinky Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. I hate it, but I agree.
Although, can you imagine?
I would love it. I would love nothing more than Jameis to beat the crap out of them. That would make me so happy.
This is one
God,
of those wild Jameis games where you got like 5 TDs.
God picked home, baby. Freaking, Miles Garrett just killing Patrick Mahomes left and right. Get him. Get him. He's got nothing to lose.
Game early.
Yeah. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Tennessee Titans, who, if they're smart, they're going to start tanking. One team has something to play for, the other one doesn't. Give me the Bengals.
Bengals ain't got shit to play for, but I'm still going for them because I like them better than the fucking Titans.
Fair enough. God picked home. Next, you got the Commanders visiting the Saints. And by the way, I need to change the image because Derek Carr is injured. But again, one
Who is the
team.
quarterback?
Who the fuck cares? Honestly, doesn't matter. It's Kamara. Kamara's gonna be the quarterback.
He can sling the ball.
I believe it. Give me the Commanders. Again, one
I'd take
team.
the commies.
Yeah,
Do you see that they might be bringing the logo back?
I hope so. I liked it way better. God
I
picked
hope they
home.
bring the name back too. That'll be funny.
Yeah, God picked home. Next, coming off a bye, the Baltimore Ravens visiting the New Jersey Giants.
God damn, it's all away games.
Do we
today.
do we even need to, is this a conversation that we're gonna have? I don't think so. Give me
There's a
Lamar Jackson.
chance- There's a chance they could get injured because they're playing in MetLife.
Maybe, hopefully not. Give me the Ravens. God picked home.
Same.
Dude, God's on cocaine. Like, he's high.
God has to, at this point, he has to be contrarian. He's like 30 points behind.
Fair enough. Next, you got the Cowboys visiting the Panthers, who haven't been playing bad ball, to be honest.
It would be quite real. I think I like the Panthers better.
For the first time this season, give me the Panthers. Holy shit.
If you want to take the North Carolina Panthers.
Hot
They're North
damn.
Carolina, right?
Hot damn. What? God picked
They're
home.
North Carolina.
They're the Carolina Panthers.
But they're North Carolina.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll take the Panthers.
All right. Next, you got the New Jersey Jets visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I should put Mac Jones there now. But yeah, right? Go ahead. Make your pick.
I picked first on that other one, didn't I?
No, I picked the freaking, for the first time, the Panthers.
The Jets.
The Jets, I agree. And one has at least a respectable quarterback, even if he's, maybe on the other, on the wrong side of the hill. But, I don't know what the Jaguars are, man. Gotta pick the way. Next, you got the Dolphins.
Mac Jones might be fighting for his fucking life.
True. Next, you got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Strouds. Both teams got something to play for. One's coming off a bye. This is tough.
And they are in the Loud House.
Yeah.
No, wait, the Loud House.
No. That's the Colts. You know what? Just give me the Texans.
Damn it! I was gonna pick the Texans.
Well, they're at home. That's the thing. They're at home.
I was going more for the bye, and the Dolphins in December.
All right. God picked the way. See, Chuck Dominguez, this should be an easy game for the Chiefs. They won't need help from the refs.
But they'll get 'em.
It's been a weird season, man, especially for the Chiefs. They've needed help every game. Next, the most, let's see. I was going to say interesting, but not really. There's other more interesting matchups, but the most,
Here's one very interesting matchup.
there's two. The most, let's say, relevant? Would that be a good word? Relevant?
I don't know which
Consequential?
game you're saying.
Oh. Colts visiting the Broncos.
Oh, I didn't mean this one. But yes,
No.
it is consequential.
Yeah, I think because I'm looking at the other ones and they're probably more fun, more interesting, but this one seems to actually have more implications. The one with the most implications, the Colts visiting the Broncos, both coming off a bye. Who do we trust more? Who do we like more? I think overall the Colts have a better roster, except at QB. But Broncos have a better head coach. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Donkeys.
I'm gonna have to go with the Donkeys as well. They're in Mile High.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, he's a pig machine.
Yeah. God picked away. Next, the most exciting matchup of the weekend. The Buffalo Bills visiting the Detroit Lions. Neither team has a defense, I guess. Eric, who do you like?
Lions.
I agree. They had a mini bye. They've been, destroying fools. The Bills cannot stop the run. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Sonic and Knuckles. So,
and I don't think Josh Allen's going to be able to do 6 touchdowns again.
Well, against this defense, who knows? We'll see. Point is, I like the Lions on this one as well.
I like the over on this one.
Oh, definitely. God picked home, by the way. God picked the Lions. What the hell's happening? Sure sign of the apocalypse. Next, you got the Steelers visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. Interesting matchup.
Honestly,
This was tough. This was really tough. So, I go first, right?
Think so.
Okay. One team. Both teams are really talented. One has the edge at head coach and at defense, probably. The other one has it at running back. God. I give me the Eagles at home. Fuck it. I'll take the home team.
Okay, so I got to think here. Do AJ Brown and Hurts hate each other now? The Steelers are so boring, and they might put him to sleep. God, I don't think they played really close with the Panthers, but the Panthers are not playing that bad. Is this a move?
I'd make a move.
If it would, you know what? If it was the Steelers at home, I would have gone with the Steelers. I think I gotta go with the Eagles.
All right, fair enough.
They're very close, right? Philadelphia's close, right?
Yeah, they're both in. Let me see.
State, right?
They're both in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that's not more of a rivalry.
NFC, AFC. It's like Texans and Cowboys. God picked home. Next.
You picked home, and I'm gonna pick
the Patriots.
Steelers go to Super Bowl.
Steelers go to Super Bowl. All right.
All right, fuck it. That's my move.
Okay, fair enough. Patriots visiting the Cardinals. Patriots coming off a bye. Cardinals coming off a embarrassing defeat. You go first on this one, by the way.
I guess the Cardinals.
Yeah, same. That's how I feel about it.
I don't like. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. You tell me what happens.
All right, got picked away. Next, the Buccaneers visiting the Los Angeles Chargers. By the way, I forgot to mention one other thing that the Chiefs were lucky. So, mini bye for them because they had more days of rest at home. The Chargers was their second week, their second game on the road, back to back, which is always bad when you have 2 weeks on the road, back to back.
It's just the little things, you know.
It's a little, again, lucky. Anyway, give me the Chargers. Goddamn, bounce back, stupid Baker. I'm gonna spit on him, or try.
Well, do it with love, though. I like that guy.
I know, but not on
Chargers,
Sunday. Not on Sunday.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
He's a real
fuck that
piece of
guy.
shit.
Yeah,
He
stupid.
played for the Browns.
Moron. How dare he? God picked away, by the way. Next, Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks. Coming off a loss, the Packers, they're a better team on paper.
Against
Seahawks
the Red
at home.
Hot. Hawks.
Yeah, give me the Packers. Fuck it. They had a mini bye. Fuck it.
Give me the Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks making a move, man. God picked the way.
The 12th man rises.
Yeah, it says Chuck Dominguez says Phillies have Barkley and that boy is good. Next, I'm not. Bears visit the Vikings. Dude, yeah. Give me the Vikings.
Wait a minute.
What? Trap game?
Trap game?
You know, I doubt it. Based on their performance this past week, I doubt it.
They always play close with the divisional rivals, don't they?
Yeah, but right now their head coach was their former passing coordinator who got raised to offensive coordinator who got raised to interim head coach. Like, it's let's just say that's a tough learning curve, you know? Jumped a few steps.
Yeah, I picked the Vikings. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
Could be
okay.
a crap.
Sure. God picked home. Chuck says, sorry I'm being selfish. I need Chargers and Ravens to lose, so my Broncos will still be in the hunt. They're still on the hunt. They could all win. They could all win and nothing would happen. Like, the only thing that would happen is that the Colts would drop off even more. The hell. The hell, Chuck. Anyway. Next.
You, Chuck.
Yeah. God damn you, Chuck. Next, you got on prime time, the Falcons visiting the Las Vegas Raiders.
The
This
greatest
wasn't
losing
flex?
streak in the NFL.
Yeah. But the Falcons?
I know. Primetime Cousins?
Primetime Cousins? Give me the Falcons. Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like it one bit. But the Raiders, they have to know they're tanking, right? They gotta know.
I don't even know who their quarterback is. I have to go to the Falcons.
Yeah. It's either Desmond
'em.
Ridder, you know, the former quarterback for the Falcons, or
Ex-girlfriend game.
AOC. Yeah. You know, Kirk Cousins should have gone to the Raiders. Looking back on it, that would have been the right career move. Fortunately, he didn't. So, good for us.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's it. Those are our predictions for this week. Are we missing anything?
No.
We
so
let 'em
next
know?
week we want to split it up, right?
We're splitting the baby. Splitting it up. It's, again, these things start to drag. Like right now, I feel tired. Like my voice is like, yeah. It's better come in fresh.
Go do damn
Come in
long.
fresh. Come in hot. Come in with things to actually say. Not just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Don't do that again. Anyway.
So I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah. As always, thank you for listening. Comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Share this video, like this video, to subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.